I'm just imagining like the doctors discussing this like behind the scenes, going like, "Oh, did you give her the COVID test? Yep. Oh, did you punch her in the face? No. Oh, make sure you do that before you send her back to the
It's
very important. It's very important that you body slam her before she comes into the room. Thank you.
You're like, make sure you keep it up there extra long.
Well,
seriously, like, I think contractions were shorter, like, than what he was taking up in my nostril.
COVID itself probably would be less jarring than the test to see if you have it.
Yeah, COVID itself would at least, like, not have been just immense. Like, honestly, I felt like I had an ice pick shoved up my nose that looked so intimidating when they hold it out to you.
This is it. This is all that's going up there. It'll be fine.
It's like on this little thin wire, and it's just this tiny little white tip, which you don't, like, they because it's so small, they kind of hold it away from you. So you just see a tiny little white tip and a wire.
Oh, that's how they get you. You don't fall for that.
They're, like, rooting around inside your brain, trying to remember your, like, kindergarten memories and how you got potty trained, that you realize you've made a mistake.
As long as you still remembered that you got body slammed by a teacher in kindergarten, you're good. So I'll say you're fine. They didn't mess up the memories anyway.
No, they just stole them to create more overly exhausted people, I guess. I don't know. They stole enough of my DNA to clone me. I think maybe that's what they're doing.
Maybe that's it. Look, COVID's taking out a lot of people. We need to save some of this DNA so that we can repopulate when this is done.
That's that's what they're going to do. They're going to just repopulate, and there'll be another me out there.
They just needed your shiznut just in case it takes you out.
Through morphic resonance, though, the clone me will know never to take a COVID-19 test again. To go through the drive-thru and use the cotton swab.
That's right. Well, the lesson here is, if you ever need another one, go to a drugstore or like I did, the health department. They have nicer ones there. It's weird that the sleep people have such a brutal system.
Well, it was the hospital.
Oh, the hospital itself.
They had to order it through the hospital. But, and I remind you, it's the hospital's wellness test. So, those are for everybody going in that are having surgeries and stuff.
Right.
It's not people suspected of having it. So, we could definitely have been cotton swab people.
They just wanted to see if you could hold up under the stress.
And newsflash, you couldn't, so it's fine.
Not on the side that I have a cavity. On the other side, I was like, that's okay. Not as, because they just couldn't root as much.
Well, yeah, and they were upset by that. You're lucky they didn't try to go up your bunghole after that. Let's see if you got COVID back here.
Yes, exactly. And
you
know what? I've seen places where they can do it with spit now.
Yeah, I don't think it's as effective though.
Why can't I don't care. America needs to get on the spit train.
Boy, if I had a nickel every time I said that.
I think the spit's more for just the antibodies.
Yeah,
it comes back in a day, and they just spit. You spin a little test tube, comes back in a day. I want the spit test. Spit test is getting my vote for 2020.
Well,
that's it.
Baby J had some info on that. What'd you say?
I think that's just to test the antibodies.
It's just to test the antibodies. Yeah, it doesn't even actually.
Oh.
It doesn't actually see if you, right. But I'm with you. No, they need to transfer that over to COVID testing.
Can they not do it through blood? Like, is there no other way other than to torture people?
Which is weird that they go up the nose, because the original symptom of COVID is in your lungs. It was like a respiratory thing. So you'd think it would have to do something with your mouth or your blood. No, apparently it goes straight up your nose. Apparently that's where all COVID lives, but they work in the lungs.
Well, I guess that means having a super small nose, which was
So the nose is the gateway to everything. I don't give a crap.
Everything like breathable wise, that's your go-to.
Okay. But you breathe out your mouth too.
So having a
She got no comeback for that. She's like a Trump supporter. All right, go ahead.
No, so having a small nose and a lack of one sinus cavity might actually save me from COVID.
No, yeah, exactly. It's not been reported in the news, but I'm sure if you only have one nasal cavity, you probably have at least a 50% chance.
Well, I'm just saying, I think that, like, there's as much support for that.
At the most, really. At the most, there.
You know, the studies that pork has the CDC here, you know,
right.
following. So
yeah, if you see the coronavirus coming at you, turn left.
That's sound advice.
So, yeah. That was my COVID test.
Wait, what was that, Baby Joe?
I'm not gonna lie.
I always thought there was something.
It was, and that's why, like, I was like, these guys are a-holes. Like, they both told me it was like a cotton swab and it didn't hurt, and I was like, there's no way pork put it up as far as it needed to go. Like, no human being could do that to themselves. And then to find out you all had a completely different, far more, like,
humane test.
Listen, if I had a very painful brush stuck up my nose, I would have told you and warned you of that. But we didn't. We had nice, soft cotton balls.
I should have known, because if it was a soft little cotton ball, you think the girl at the front would have had the test by now.
Yeah. But all roads point to the brush.
Like I said, they hold it far away, so, like, don't be fooled, people. Like, the COVID test is no joke. If they don't hold out a cotton swab on the end of a wooden stick, get up and go now.
Run the F away, please.
Because a guy that's like a big burly dude, like what you would typically think of like a farmer, like when I walked past him, his eyes were all watering and everything too.
Y'all just need to stop. The rule is don't get your COVID test at the hospital, because they're gonna wreck your nose. They're gonna wreck your face. I think it's just don't go anywhere near the hospital. Go to a drugstore or the health department.
Yes.
Words to live by.
Well, if you think about it, when Holly got hers done before the test.
Well, yeah.
She was in excruciating pain.
Well, I think my cousin, I'm pretty sure got the same test as you, Sheila, because she works at an eye center in a Walmart in Kentucky, and they had to get multiple ones done, and I think they had them from the hospital, and so she talked about how it felt like they were ripping her brain out of her skull.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably got the brush one. Yep.
Now we have broken it wide open to tell our listeners, like, if it's not a cotton swab on a wind stick, you are to run away.
Run away and never look back.
Like, I'm getting it somewhere else. Sorry, ma'am.
And never look back.
Never look back. Because your nose will bleed.
That's right.